Hi, I'm going to go through how to start a blog and get blogging within under 10 minutes. I'm going to use wordpresscom. I've used WordPress in the past. I know some people prefer Blogspot, some use TypePad and some use Posterous, etc. This is going to be for WordPress. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on sign up now, and on the sign up now page you'll be asked for your blog address, a username, password, email address, etc. Once you've done that, you can then get to the login screen. And I've already logged in. I've already created an account, sorry, so I can then log in and I'll have my blog screen here. This is your dashboard. Now there's loads of stuff on here, so what you might want to do is take some of it away to start with to kind of minimise it a bit. So you can put things like remind me later or hide this screen, that always helps. On here you can choose screen options and you can turn things off like your incoming links and what's hot and things like that. If you're never going to blog through here, you can turn a quick press as well. And just to tidy up the page a little bit, you can turn your stats on or off if you want to. Lots of things on there. So this kind of lets you do various different things, from writing a new post, adding a new page, etc. Now the way that I tend to work is that I will have my dashboard in one window and my blog in another, so I can see what's happening as I change it. You do have this little bar along here as well that lets you change some things as well. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to come down and I'm going to choose the settings. So let's get the settings all set up. So my site is going to be called under 10 minutes there. I'm going to give it a tagline. Now this tagline appears just over here. So here is my tagline. You can choose an email address, you can choose some other things on there and just save changes. And then what happens if I just refresh the screen here, you can see it's changed straight away. Other things you might want to do, writing, you can choose how big the boxes are and various other bits on there if you want to. You can post by email. On the reading, you've got things like choosing how many posts are on each page. We had to cut down one of ours recently because we had too many videos on one page, so we cut it down to just 4 or 5 posts instead. And then you've got discussion. This is the important one. So you've got lots of things. Do you want it to attempt to notify you if a blog links to your article, and do you want notifications as it comes back in if you want, there's all that. Do you want the authors to fill out the name and email? This depends on who you're aiming it at, really. We've found with some of our younger children that where they don't have email addresses, they just want to put in their name, so we have taken it off for some of them. That's okay, because I'll tell you about something else in just a second. Users must be registered? No, we won't worry about that one. We'll leave those there. Then you can say, email me whenever anyone posts a comment, or it's health moderation, or someone likes, I don't even know if someone likes it, that's all there. Before a comment appears, an administrator must approve it. That's a very useful one. So even if the person didn't put in an email address, their comment must be approved by me before it goes live. That's the key one, that's the safety bit that you need to make sure you've got on there. You've got various other things on here, you can choose the avatars, etc., and that's fine. Just press save on there, and then we've got a few other options. You can choose lots of other different things on it if you really want to, but what you want to do is change this theme so it looks a bit different than it did when we started. So we go to appearance, and then under appearance we've got themes. Now you've got 107 on here to choose from. If you install this yourself on a domain using wordpress.org, you get more. You get 13 or 1400 to choose from, so I've got 107. I'm going to put them A to Z. I'm going to choose one that I like. Let's go with a nice sort of simple one to start with. Let's go for something on page 3. Let's go for this one here. That looks okay. You can preview it, or we can activate. We're short on time, so we'll just activate. You can obviously spend a lot more time finding one that relates to what you want. If I then go back to my site, you can see it changes straight away, and there's my new blog. There's a few things around the site I don't really need, so I'm going to do a bit of tidying there as well. And these are all called the widgets over here. So if I choose widgets, and just click on that bit there, I've got my left sidebar and my right sidebar, so you can see I've got the left bit and the right bit. So what do I want? I probably want an archive. I can go on the left, so each month it will say when I've been blogging. I can have a blog stats, would be quite nice, and you can share that if you want to. I might have a little calendar, and you just drag these across, give them a title if you want to, say my calendar of posts. Anything you want to really. You can have category clouds, you can have images and links. Links are quite a nice one. Let's have that over on the left, and you simply just drag them over, as many as you like, and then when you come back to here and refresh the screen, you'll see that there they are. So you've got one hit so far, which is me, a calendar of when I've posted, which was today, some links, and the archives. So that's all kind of set up very quickly. Right, we're halfway through, 5 minutes. You can also put things like Twitter and other sort of bits on there. You are limited to the widgets that it gives you with wordpress.com. WordPress.org, you have full control, but obviously more can go wrong if you have that. Right, let's have a go at putting the different posts on here. So at the moment there's one called Hello World. So let's click Posts. We can just trash this one because we don't need that. And then that will disappear. And you can then have a go at making a new post. So we'll add a new one and we'll write something like my demo here. Here is my first WordPress post. Leave me a comment, please. You can do that there. You can add things like adding an image and video and audio and lots of other different bits along here. You can make certain bits bold if you want to. That's fine. There's a little spell check there if you're not quite sure. And you can obviously go through and correct that if you want on there. You can also put things like tags. So for example, this one is a literacy, poetry, let's spell poetry correctly, poetry post, and then when people come to search you'll see the tags on there, very useful. You can choose to either publish this now or you can publish it a little bit later on. You could say post it at 6 o'clock or just before the children get to school, etc. So press publish. Come back to here and just refresh this screen and there's my demo, so you can see it's gone on there straight away. I can then leave a comment if I want to, which I will do in just a second. So that's my first post done. Another thing you might want to look at is pages. Now the page is always an about page. If I click up here it says this is an example, etc. So I'm going to click pages over on this side and I can either add a new page or I can edit this one. So editing, obviously you click edit, same as I did for post. I'm going to add a new one. And I'm just going to put my school. My school is a primary school in Hampshire. Obviously with more time I would add a bit more, but we're down to less than 3 minutes left, so I'm going to put that information on there. Come back up here and you'll see the new page now appears up here on the top. So you can have on this theme a few more on there if you want to. About is always a nice one, just to have a bit of a context of what sort of age your children are, which year group they're in, so when other teachers are looking it's very useful for them to have a look through too. Next thing I want to do, links. These aren't very inspiring down here, this blog roll. So first thing I want to do is change the word blog roll to useful sites and then update that. And then on here that will update and become useful sites, much nicer. Right, I want to now let's have a look at my links. I don't want any of these, so I'm going to just delete and apply. They're all now gone, and I need to add one. So let's add my school website. That'd be a very good one to add. So if the children are on the blog, then they can come onto here as well. So http UK. You can choose which category it goes into. It's going to open in a new window down here using the blank on the top and none. So it means they click on the link, it comes up in front of WordPress. Will definitely help. You can obviously add a few more on there, but that's up to you how many you do. And then you can see I've got the address there, and that will then load up. So that's kind of how to get started. You can have a look at comments, etc. on there if you want to. What I will just do, if I log out, so I'm now no longer logged in on here, I'm going to leave a comment. So I need to put a name, I need to put an email address, and I'm going to put here is my comment, and then press post comment. So someone's come along, they've commented on your blog. Like I said, I'm not logged in at this stage. So I'm just, Joe Public's come along and it says my comment is awaiting moderation. Although it's live on this computer, it's awaiting moderation. It won't be seen on any other computer. Now what I want to do is log in. So if I just change this here to WordPress admin, and I can then log in. And what you see is a little 1 over here next to comments. I've got 1 comment and 1 pending here as well. So I can just click on 1 pending. I can see, is this, do I want to approve it? I can edit if I want to check spelling. I can trash it, etc. But let's approve that. That will then go live on the main blog, which is here. There's my 1 comment. And that's how to start blogging in under 10 minutes. Thank you.